Good morning, everybody. Good, happy, late. I'm a little bit late this morning. Sorry about that. Had a minor mission to run. Good morning, everybody. Minor mission complete. Good morning, Hags and Deb and Satter and Laura. Laura, you're divine. Pacers is here this morning, you guys. I saw Pacers. I don't know. Did anybody else see Pacers? Pacers is here. Pacers is here. Herbie Von Werb. Worst sound machine ever. Don't get this one. Don't get the cat. This is terrible. Don't get that one. This is worse. Don't get this one. Let Pops tell you guys which ones to get. This one, you don't get this one. This is the worst. Wait. Greenie, this is terrible. This is terrible. Wait. Wait till you hear the purr. The purr's stupid. Okay, wait. What? That sounds like a cat in a tree with a bunch of crickets or something. What? Eggs, one more time. I've never heard a cat sound like that in my whole life. Okay? So just so you know. Oh, God. Oh, what a waste. What a waste. Herbie, I'm glad you're back. Thank you for being here. Thanks for keeping everybody up to date, too. Herbie, you have an assistant. You have an assistant now, Penny the Pulverizer assistant. You're still number one, but Penny the Pulverizer's number two. Okay, so Penny, you're working with and closely involved with Herbie Von Werby Kebab and Penny the Pulverizer. Herb gives the kebabs, and then Penny gives the pulverizing. Okay? Now, who wants to hear this one? Emergency goat. You thought the cat one was bad. Good morning, Sandy. You thought the cat one was bad. Oh. No. Oh, no. This one is the GOAT for bad emergency machines. Okay? This one is the GOAT. All right? I was talking with Brock about that the other day. When did they start saying GOAT meant greatest of all time? When did they start that, nerdy? They didn't do that when I was a kid. GOAT was just an animal. Just an animal. Ate tin cans and stuff. Sometimes you call it Billy. But when did they start that? Was that Tom Brady? It was Tom Brady, am I right? Haig said it already. Somebody made it up and said, you know what, Tom Brady is the GOAT. And at first I'm like, don't call that man a GOAT. Don't do that. Derek, they did call the Pontiac GTO. I was telling Brock that too. I was going, remember the GTO? That was the GOAT. We used to get, but that's backwards. That's a G and then the T and then the O. I don't get it. Okay, it's just, When is it, Corey D? 2010. When did they start the first? Who was the first GOAT? It's got to be Tom, am I right? And now it's, well, I mean, they want to make Michael Jordan the GOAT, but I'm sorry. I think there's better basketball player. Shh. We're not going to get into politics or sports because, or religion. Because everybody has an opinion. And they're all buttholes. We all have one and they all stink. Okay? Sandy, they all stink pigs. I remember the first time I heard that. I was like, yeah, I get it. Movie pops, it's where term first came along. What movie? What movie, Joe D's? Who made it up? Ohio man, you may not be stinky, but I guarantee one of your opinions is, maybe not all of them, but at least one. Okay, I guarantee it. It's impossible to have perfect, all the time perfect, underwear-free opinions. Dan Doe, I never heard from Earl the Goat Manigault. Okay, I'll look that up, Joe D. Earl the Goat Manigault. Thank you. Okay, Herbie, we missed you more. Actually, we missed your wrench. Okay? Actually, we missed your wrench. Dan Doe, if you're around, I don't remember getting your address yesterday. You won something. If you sent me your address, I missed it. You have till noon today to send me your address, Dan Doe. I'd like to get this box mailed to you. If I don't mail it to you, I'm going to mail it to somebody. Okay? Because it's ready to go. So, Dan Doe, if you're out there and you're listening, hook me up with an address. In the meantime, why don't we do another quick giveaway? Let's get the morning started with the giveaway. I'm still working on European countries. I'm still working on a list of 44 to 50. You guys corrected me yesterday. There's actually 50, but I'm working on a 44 list. Give me I wrote it down here. Give me a European country. Give me a European country. Go. Give me a European country. First person to give me a European country that I have written here on my screen, on my list that I see on the screen, is the first person is gonna, it's over, kill it. Waz, you're already in the game. Waz is in the game. Waz said it's Lithuania, and sure enough, Pot said Lithuania. That's my Lithuania right there. Wazzy. Was. He was and always will be one of my pals. Congratulations. Okay, Wazzy. Waz, I'm going to give you a choice. You ready? Wazzy, you get a choice this morning. Do you want a 5-gram package? Or do you want a 2-gram package and 20 microdoses? Which do you want? Do you want a visual? Do you want me to give you a visual of what it looks like? Let me give you a visual. You're going to get to choose, Wazzy. You can either have a 5-gram package. You're going to have a 5-gram package. This is some beautiful blue ODPE, 5 grams. Or you can have, this one weighs 2 grams. That's a 2-grammer. Yes, it is. I weighed it this morning. And 20 capsules. Ghost. Wazzy, which one do you want? Talk to me, my friend. Are you going 5 or are you going double packing it? Okay? What are you going to do, Waz? And I'm going to do some more giving away here today. You guys are going to get to choose just like that. So get ready. He's going 2 and 20. 2 and 20 pops. You got it, Wazzy. I'll get that mailed out to you today. All right? Congratulations. I love you, Waz. Actually, he wrote to me yesterday, you guys. He texted me yesterday. We text each other 2 or 3 times a week because I miss him. He wrote to me, goes, Pops, you know what? Because last night I just laid on my couch and I listened to part of the show over again, just so I could giggle like a teenage girl. I miss you so much. We giggle like teenage girls when we hang around together. Waz and me. Man, do we laugh. One of my best laughing partners I've ever had in my whole life. The Waz. And what a wonderful son he has, the Choopster. Okay? Greenie, you can tell the way he listens. Am I right? Oh, God, you're right. He is the grand listener. All right? And he also has, you guys don't know it, shh. His wife is so pretty and she's so sweet. I got to talk to her for an extended period of time on the phone. Waz is a lucky man. But I say that, but you know what? I'm sure they deserve each other. I'm sure that they've earned their relationship. It just, from the outside looking in, it sure looks like a very, very, they're adorable. And final thought about Waz. What color is, real quick, shh. Waz is, she's super cool, am I right? And I won't forget, I mean, I could have kept talking to her and forget you. Just get out of here, bro. I'm going to talk to your wife for the rest of the afternoon. Real quick, what color is the shower curtain at Waz's house? What color is it? Even if it isn't, it is. What color is Waz's eggs? You guys are so good at this show. I love the regular listeners. The new people are like, I think it might be chartreuse. No, he's the Waz. It's Corey says, I think it's clear. That's creepy. I don't get the clear ones. Don't give me a clear curtain. I don't want a clear curtain. His is green, you guys. What's going on behind with the man behind the green curtain? He's the Waz. Okay? I don't want a clear one, Corey. That's creepy. All right? Give me a little green privacy or something. All right? Eggs has gone clear. Eggs. We sure didn't have clear ones back in gym class. Actually, we didn't have shower curtains at all, did we? Yeah, now that I think about it. Don't get me off on a tangent, you guys. I'm on a shower curtain tangent. One more time. That's supposed to be a cat fight. That's not a good one. I'm going to read a couple of things. Strange inventions. I'm just going to fly through these. That cat is sick, Billy D. That cat is sick, I tell you. The cyclometer was a bite. This is a category called strange inventions. Deborah Pearl, that's terrible. Someone stepped on the cat. How about it's meow? It doesn't even know how to meow. This is not a meow. I can meow. That's the meow button. That's like, feed me, I'm outside the front door and I haven't eaten in a week. That's all that sounds like to me. Okay, how about this one? What? There's a mouse in the house? Okay, that's just no, that ain't working for me. How about this one? Someone just said, is there a purr? We did the purr earlier, but we're going to purr one more time. Ready? You guys ready? No, 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 no. That sounds like a lion in a tree in the middle of an African jungle, and it's nighttime because the crickets are out. Okay? That is not a purr. If I had a cat and it did something like that in my house, it has to go straight to the rescue shelter. Okay? Straight to the rescue shelter, I tell you. Let me see if I have this here. Give me 1 second. I think I do. Okay. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, please. And I'm going to show you something. Okay, here we go. Wait. Okay, so effort's important. Talent isn't nearly as important as effort. Give me 5 people who agree with me. Give me 5 people. Give me 5 people that, Woodland Mystic, one of the reasons could be because it takes a lot of work. It's one of the reasons. And there's a lot of stuff involved. We're at $10 a cc. Woodland says, how do people charge more than 10? There's work involved. What am I going to say? Somebody gets paid to do it. The syringe itself costs a couple of bucks. And then you got to get hypodermic needles. Then you got to do the work. Then you got to put it in the mail and get it off to somebody. It's not unfair for somebody to charge a couple of dollars for that. And then what are you going to get out of it? You're going to get pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds, and you can clone it and you can keep going forever. It's pretty fair. Okay. Here we go. The work ain't nothing, nerdy. The work ain't nothing. And if you can do it yourself, that's a great thing. Then you don't even have to pay the guy. Then it's not even an issue. Okay. Woodland Mystics, that's great of you. And I mean that sincerely. That's a very fair price. What's more? We have some amazing genetics. Sandman has some great, and he's just changed all his pricing, $10 a cc. A syringe, a 10 cc syringe. Okay. What's more important, talent or effort? What's more important, talent or effort? I'm going to argue effort. I think if you keep practicing and you keep practicing and you keep practicing and you have effort, your talent will blossom. Watch this guy. Okay, watch this guy. The first thing that I thought of when I watched this guy, I'm going to tell you right now. Thank you guys for vouching for Sandman stuff. And it's on time, too. If he says he's going to send it to you, he sends it. The first thing I thought of when I saw this, I'm going to show a tiny little video to you. The first thing I thought of is, bless this person's heart. Bless their heart. Because he's not worried about what you think about him. He's not doing it to sell you something. This is just something this man has inside of him. And he needs to express it in an artistic way. Wait for it. God bless him. Okay. Thank you guys for all that nice stuff you're saying about Sandy. I appreciate it. I'm sure he does too. Here we go.
All in our dista, I know they break the wall. All in our dista, I know they break the wall. Hey, teachers, leave the kids alone. All you know is that I know they break the wall.
See, at first I want to laugh, make fun of them. There's nothing to make fun of here. There's nothing to make fun of. This is beautiful.
I know they break the wall.
You talk about... One more time.
Hey,
He's doing it.
leave the kids alone.
I love this guy.
All you know is that I
Now
know
we're
they
breaking the wall. You know you're singing along with him anyways. You know you are. Another brick. You want to help him a little.
Hey, teachers, leave the kids alone. All you know is that I know they break the wall. All you know is that I know they break the wall.
Bless each other. We need to bless each other. We need to appreciate the greatness of each other. I mean that sincerely. That's some beautiful stuff right there. A, beyond an A forever, right, Catzilla? That's exactly what I wrote to the first person to send that to me. I wrote back, I go, that is an A for effort. That is an A for effort. It reminds me of Brock singing. You leave Brock out of it. Brock's actually really talented. If he could do anything he wants if he wants. Oh God, have you ever been in the bathtub with your phone? No. I can leave my phone, like, I don't need to take it into the bathroom with me. Bathroom, yeah, maybe on the toilet, but if I'm going to take a bath, I'm okay. I can take a break from my phone for a little bit. Not this guy, not Dominic Wilcox. Not Dominic Wilcox. You know what Dominic Wilcox did? He invented, it's called a finger nose stylus. A finger nose stylus. Okay, so you know what they do? He wraps this thing around his nose, his face, and it's got a stylus on the end of the nose. Like that. It's basically this. And then he's sitting in the bathroom, in the bathtub, and he can just poke at his phone without getting the phone wet. Penny, we ordered you two. We ordered two for you and one for you and one for Ted. Okay? Thank you, Dominic Wilcox. In the late 2000s, so he could use his iPhone in the bathtub. It's like a long Cyrano de Bergerac looking nose that you strap to your head. Okay? Penny, because you've been doing such a good job as a pulverizer, we decided to send you a proboscis situation. Okay? Ryan wants one. Should we do a giveaway? Should we get a couple and do them as giveaways here? Okay? I didn't know this. There's a thing called a hamster shredder. It's a hamster shredder. Sounds terrible. Sounds like, leave my hamster alone. No. You're missing the point. It's a hamster shredder. It's a little unit that sits on top of the hamster's cage. And as the hamster runs through the wheel inside the cage, it shreds the paper that you put in it. That's the hamster shredder. The hamster's fine. Actually, the hamster's in really good shape. Okay, but your paper, it's a hamster shredder. Okay, for shredding paper. Powered by the hamster. It's a true story. The hamster shredder may sound awful, but it's actually pretty useful. It's a hamster cage with the paper shredder on top that's hamster powered. I should have thought of it myself. Okay? How about a baby mop? This is terrible. This is one of the worst things I've ever heard of in my whole life. It's a baby mop. Okay, so what happens is you put a particular shirt on the baby and it's filled with, mop with all the strings that hang off of the mop. So that's hanging off of the front of the shirt that you put on the baby. And then you just let the baby crawl across the floor. It's a baby mop. Who's doing that to their baby? Baby, I spilled some spaghetti. Here, quick, come here. I gotta get your shirt on. Baby swimming through the spaghetti. What? Cleany. Cleany still has Ava's. Okay? A baby mop. A hamster shredder. A nose thing. How about a radio hat? How about a radio hat? Remember back in the day when transistor radios were cool? I do. I wasn't allowed to listen to them when I went to bed. We were supposed to turn off the radio. This was before, we had a black and white TV out in the living room. So I had a little transistor radio and I'd listen to the Dodger games on my transistor radio. And it was bedtime. I would climb under the covers so you couldn't see me. Dumbass, like you can't see the lump in the bed and hear the Dodger game coming out from underneath the thing. What? I can imagine my mom opening the door. There's the Dodger lump. Okay. Oh, Vin Scully and all the Dodgers. I love to listen to my Dodgers on my transistor radio. Transistor radio. Whiskey was talking to me yesterday. Whiskey, we all love whiskey. Whiskey's studying right now to get his ham radio license. They still do that. If you think about it, ham radio guys are some of the coolest guys ever. Am I right? Raging Bull, those are on here too, Fireproof Underwear. I'll tell you about this one though. Let me tell you about this one. Radio hat. In 1949, the radio hat started selling in American stores. It was billed as the Man from Mars radio hat. It was simply a portable radio built into a plastic safari helmet. I want one so bad. A little plastic safari helmet, and it's playing the transistor radio at you. They were ahead of their time in 1949. Okay? Oh, God. It's in a safari helmet. Why a safari helmet? It's sort of a hard hat. I get it. They need to be a hard hat kind of looking deal. How about, can I tell you guys about this one without offending anybody? There's two things I didn't know. I'm not trying to be offensive, but this is how crazy the world has gotten. Just in case women are getting super busy, there's a specific app for them. It's called a tampon app. Tampon app. It lets women know when it's time to switch things around. I'm not okay with that. There's an app for everything. Wait for this one. How about this one? So Jap Houtman in 2005, he took it a step further. He took it a step. Sadder, I didn't know it required an app either, but it does. So Jap Houtman in South Africa in 2000 created, wait for it, it's called the anti-rape tampon. In South Africa in the year 2000. He started marketing it in the year 2005. You use it like a tampon, the girls do, but it has a spring-activated blade on a potential rapist jewels. What if you accidentally? That's so complicated. That's very complicated, but I'm glad the girls are working on it. Where is that other one I wanted to tell you guys about? Okay. Where is it? We talked about radio hats. Well, I thought I had on here about our. There's a guy. I can't be better than. I can't give you more information than this because I don't have it in front of me. But a guy years ago, he invented and patented smell-proof underwear. Smell-proof underwear. If you flatulate in your underwear, it stays in the underwear. Nobody will ever smell it. Fart-proof underwear. That's pretty crazy. Okay? I thought I had one more. Here, this is it. Okay. Yeah. We're getting a couple of pairs of those too. And we're gonna be sending Kim a pair for her wedding present from the Tea Crew. Should we get Mike a pair too? Or just Kim? Give me a little feedback on that. Should I get both of them a pair? Or just one? Give me a little feedback on that one. Okay, you know that they're getting married. I think tomorrow. Okay? Sean's wearing his right now. Raging, I need them for my kids. Niffy, I think we should do both. Yeah? Get a pink pair and a blue pair. Okay? Congratulations to those two. You know that they met at a Mush Fest at my house. And they got engaged at a Mush Fest in Tennessee. And now, here they are. They're the sweetest, cutest pair. So when I say pair, I mean pair of underwear. They're going to both get a pair. Final thing, a flask tie. A flask tie. You're wearing a tie. But it's actually a flask. No one knows that you're carrying around bring your own booze. The flask tie was invented for those who can't make it to happy hour. It looks like a regular corporate tie, but beneath the stripes is a pouch for your booze. Brings a whole new meaning to lunch hour. I'm sorry, boss, I'm sucking on my tie right now. Yesterday, we were talking about RE104. Let's talk just a little bit more about that today. RE104 is that subcutaneous psilocin, synthesized psilocin that is undergoing some serious clinical testing right now. Almost the same level as MDMA's level of testing. MDMA, we'll talk about that here in a brief moment. MDMA, they're working very hard at trying to get MDMA legalized for the purposes of therapy, mental health therapies. And they came super duper close with the FDA this last time around, but they didn't quite get their approval. I've had 2 or 3 people, no, not even more than that. I've had a number of people over the period of the last few months. Hey, Pops, how can I get active? What could I do? Like, I might live in a community where it's not legal to do what we talk about, but what can I do? One of the really big things that we can do as a group or as an individual yourself, MDMA, it needs some support for the new upcoming hearings that are going to come on this summer. And I have a full confidence, A, they're on the precipice of making decisions that are positive. But B, if we can give them a push, you think one person doesn't make a difference. I used to think the same thing until I started tea with Pops. And then I found out one person can make a huge difference. Now, they never make it by themselves, but it takes one person. Somebody has to light the match. And once a match is lit, man, we can have a whole forest fire, which is what we try to do here when we ask for likes. We're just asking for you to stoke the forest fire. So MDMA, that's something we can all get involved in, and you don't have to do anything but write a couple of letters. So I'll give you some information on that here shortly. We were talking about the subcutaneous use of RE104. It's a injection to ensure optimal absorption as well as rapid and reproducible conversions of metabolite. We want it to be reproducible. We want to be able to say that it's going to have the same effect each time you use it. Okay? Limits. We talk about all the wonderful things. We talk about the miraculous ability or properties of psilocybin, but there's also limits. Although the clinical benefits of psilocybin in treating depression are emerging, this agent has important limitations that could potentially impact its clinical utility. For example, so we tell each other the truth here, right? It's not all pie in the sky. We take risks. We have to watch each other. We have to be patient. We have to understand that usually one of us is putting our ass out on the line. So stressing them out isn't going to help. Well, the same when we're in our testing procedures with psilocybin. Okay? For example, psilocybin induces a psychoactive state lasting sometimes for a full day, up to 8 hours. During this time, a patient needs to be monitored by healthcare professionals for safety reasons, thereby posing resource challenges when scaled up for broader use. We're talking about broader use, not a one-on-one, just okay, one. If we're talking broad use in the clinical settings, say psychiatric hospitals, you're talking about having to set up programs where people are going to be in the state, hallucinogenic state, for up to 8 hours, and needing somebody to be there and available and work with them and through it. That's a pretty big resource commitment. Am I right? What is Alan saying? So this RE104 that they're bringing out for clinical trials now, this RE104 has a shorter but an intense psychoactive state. Something in the neighborhood of 4 hours. It has the potential for psilocybin-like therapeutic activity, but it could have the clinical resource burden. We only think about it one-on-one, like, oh, if we're talking about by the year 2030, wanting this to be a mass-used product at the clinical level, we have to be smart. And we can't be resistant to the future. Subcutaneous RE104 was first evaluated in humans for its safety, for its tolerability, for its pharmacodynamics and pharmacokinetics. It was first tested in a double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled, single ascending dose trial. Consistent with the findings in preclinical studies, RE104 was rapidly converted to its active metabolite in half, roughly 3 hours. Its peak plasma concentration was at approximately 1.25 hours after administration. Overall, RE104 was generally well tolerated, with no serious adverse effects and no unexpected adverse effects relative to the safety profile seen with psilocybin as reported in other studies. For the 30 milligram RE104 dose, it's only 30 milligrams. The psychedelic experience was generally equivalent to a 25 milligram dose of psilocybin. Those are a touch more than 25 each. A touch less. These are around 200. The potential for a therapeutic benefit in treatment trials of patients with depression suggests that the strong response rates with a 30 milligram of RE104 brings on predictable responses to psychedelic therapy and depression. Overall, RE104 was generally well tolerated, no serious adverse effects, and no unexpected effects. The robust pharmacodynamic effects of RE104 may translate into a rapid and sustained relief in depression after a single dose. The results are consistent with the possibility of a fast return. The shorter duration of the psychoactive experience versus psilocybin should allow reduced use of healthcare resources, this is a repeat, less time required to monitor the patients during administration in a clinical setting. Postpartum depression is one of the most researched area for RE104 right now. Postpartum depression. And this is a very, 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 very real thing, postpartum depression. Postpartum means after the birth, after a woman has given birth, they have massive hormonal changes in their body. Massive. And in nature, back in the day, breastfeeding and other ways of maternal care help take care of some of this. It's all gotten modified as our cultures have changed. And we're experiencing more of this kind of depression than ever before. And what we're finding out is this psilocybin, when it turns to psilocin, is an incredibly complementary serotonin inducer for women that are experiencing postpartum depression. I am so pumped by that. Mother Nature is helping the moms. Is that cool? It's kind of an unmet medical area, a need that, who wants a mom that has just had a baby have to take a drug, a pharma drug to feel better, when she can be taking Mother Nature's drug itself? Oh God, I got goosebumps. I'm not kidding. I got a goosebumps on my arm. That is the way our planet's designed, not the way we've turned it into in some cases. I hope the moms can relate to that as much as I'm trying to. No, even more. Even more. SSRIs are not specifically approved for PPD, postpartum depression. As a matter of fact, we don't like to give SSRIs to the ladies for that exact reason. You're still going to be dealing with the baby. Anyways, this RE104 that's coming along, don't do what I want to do. It's pharma. It's really not. It's really not. It's a way that we're gonna be working to get the psychoactive ingredients from psilocybin into us in a clinical, balanced clinical settings for people that desperately, it's going to make the hugest difference in their lives. And it's already made one in mine. Okay, let's do our final reading for today. We're going to do 2 more giveaways right when we're done. Okay. Do you ever lie to yourself? Do you ever lie to yourself? Procrastination is lying to yourself. Procrastination is lying to yourself. Well, I'll do it at 3 o'clock, and then you don't. And every single time we make a commitment, especially to ourselves, and we don't keep it, our brain continues to rot away and tell you you're a loser. That's not self-love. It isn't. And I'm as guilty as anybody. But I'm working on it in terms of practice. I'm more like, if I say I'm going to do something, I really have to do it. Maybe I'll put that off till tomorrow. If I think I'm going to put it off till tomorrow, I probably am going to say, you know what, I'll probably put that off till tomorrow. It's easier on me now. Loving myself is keeping commitments to myself. Do you agree with that? The most important person, we make commitments all the time in so many ways. But the ones that we rarely, and it's so important, if I told Woz I'm going to do something, I got to do it. What about when I told myself I was going to do something? What about when I told myself I'm going to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm going to make my bed? But it's really warm at 7:30. I don't want to get up right now. Is that a bad thing to just stay in bed and hunker down? No, it's not. But I didn't keep my commitment to myself. I didn't keep it. Next time, I'm not going to make that commitment. Next time, I'm going to say, I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow morning when I wake up. But I'm not going to promise myself I'm going to get up at 7 and make my bed if I don't. Listen to this. This is good. This is good right here. We all know hard things we can do to make life better. Wake up early, eat more vegetables, have less sugar, look at fewer screens. The list can be endless. But when it comes to follow through, we often fall short. These things we know that we should be doing. I should be eating more vegetables, personally. When it comes to follow through, we fall short. That's because the version of us who made the commitment to wake up early isn't the version that's laying in his warm bed. Right? You made that commitment last night when you were gonna, now that you're laying in the bed, it's all warm. It's a different version of you. The version of us who gets a shot of dopamine just saying, we should get together. How many times do you say that to somebody, a guy, a friend, a pal? We ought to hang out sometime, and you never do. Felt good for a minute while you were saying it. Oh, we're pals, we're bonding. And then you never do. Well, you're a liar. You're the guy that makes a commitment and doesn't follow through. The minute you honestly understand that and realize it and tell yourself, that's the time, first step. Now I can get to work. Now I can get to work on it. In that case, I'm not going to tell my friend, now let's get together. What I'm going to say is something less committing. Because I'm not even worried about letting you down. I don't want to let myself down. My brain remembers when I let myself down. You know what my brain does? I keep score. Pretty soon the score is 50 liars to 1 committed. 50 lies, and then you did one of your commitments. So now what am I calling myself? Well, I guess I'm a liar. That's not very healthy. When we make and then break promises to ourselves, we chip it away at our trust and our self-respect. We're little one chip at a time. One little chip at a time. We're chipping away at our own self-respect. We're all guilty of it. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not anything to be ashamed of, but you don't get to live in the shame. Well, at least I'm ashamed of it. Shame has no part of this. Change, that's all it takes. When we understand that what we did was wrong, when we made a commitment to myself and I didn't follow through with it, experiencing shame gets to last about 3 seconds. The next thing that happens is I'm going to make a new commitment, and this one I will follow through on. I can't afford to have a lack of self-respect. I do bad things when I don't respect myself. Do you? Do you get into all kinds of trouble, all kinds of messes? But when you have self-respect, you're like, I'm not getting in that mud puddle. I'm above that. Let me tell you why I'm above it, because I do what I say I'm going to do for myself. Just remember that shame won't motivate us. The only thing that's going to motivate us, the only thing, I hate people, oh, at least I was sorry. I don't want to hear about sorry. I want to see you do it different. I want to see me do it different. The only thing that's going to motivate me isn't being sorry, isn't feeling shame. The only thing that's going to motivate me is to do it different. You know how motivated I am when I told myself I'm going to get up at 7 and it's warm and it's like I don't want to, but I throw back the covers and I get up and I make my bed and I'm ready. I'm motivated. I told myself something. I committed to it and I did it. And that's just the start of my day. The only thing that's going to motivate us is to do it different. Admit it and do it different next time. Living in shame is like a skeleton in the closet. Doesn't belong there. When we act on our commitments, no matter how big or how small they are, we feel better about ourselves. Is that a true statement? Is that a true statement to you? No matter how big that thing is or how small it is, when you do it, don't you feel better about yourself? Even if it's just a little bit or a lot. Man, I told myself I would do it and I freaking did it. And this is new for me. I didn't used to be like this. I used to skate by. I used to tell myself, and I wasn't sure if I'd do it or not. I used to tell you, and you didn't know if I'd do it or not. Don't you feel better about yourself, no matter how big or how small keeping your word to yourself was? That's love, what you're feeling. When you're feeling that bigness inside, you're feeling self-love. You're proud of yourself. You're growing. You didn't used to care about that crap. All you used to care about was getting high and partying and taking advantage of the next guy. Now you care about growing. The more we keep our word and act on our commitments, the more momentum we create. It gets easier. It gets easier. I don't have any to not do. You know, you still have one or two in the background. I still did those. I still have 2 or 3 commitments that I haven't kept. Get rid of them. You could go back to those commitments and make a different deal. Hey, remember when I made that commitment? I can't keep it. Well, why? I can't. I'm not even at liberty to discuss it. I don't know. I just can't. I just want you to know. I can't keep it. You can have that conversation with yourself or the people you have commitments with. If you're not going to keep it, get rid of it. It's just a log you're carrying around, and it's not healthy. Get it clean. Have no commitments that you haven't kept lately. Start fresh. All it takes is communication. Truthful communication. You can't lie. You can't be a liar. How about this? The more we keep our word and act on our commitments, the more momentum we create. The more momentum we create, the better habits we build. If we say we're going to do something, we basically have 3 options. Am I right? You could either do it, you could not do it, or you can change the commitment. Communicate you can't do it and change it. That's better than not doing it. Sometimes that's even better than doing it. You have 2 options, 2 pretty good options. You know what, man? I made a commitment to get up at 7, and I can't, man. 7:15 is the earliest I can do it. It's okay. What's not okay is to say 7 and you get up at 7:15 every day. If you say 7:15, now you don't. Now it's not 7:30 unless you recommit, make a new agreement, and say, you know what? I can't even do 7:15. It's got to be 7:30, man. That's okay. That's self-respect. There's nothing wrong with recommunicating your commitments. Those are the things we're afraid to do. Why? Because they're not going to like me if I tell them I can't do it after all. Well, you probably shouldn't have told them you could in the first place, but you did. Now you either keep your word or you make a new commitment. And if they don't like it, that is not your problem. Your problem is your self-respect. Your problem is having enough, staying clean and open enough to when you do say something, you're going to do it. After a while, you don't want to go back and make those recommitments, recommunicates, so you just don't make them. In the first place, practice. You know, this is one sounds like I might have to recommunicate in about 3 weeks. I'm just not going to say yes today. You start knowing the ones you're going to have to recommunicate. You know it. So I'm not really sure. I'll say yes, but I'm not really sure. That's a recommunication waiting to happen. Don't do it. Do the yes one, and don't do the no one either, because the no, if you don't do your commitments, you're going to lose self-respect. So you have 3 things you can do. You can either do it, don't do it, or don't do it and communicate why. I'm guilty of breaking commitments of all sizes, from skipping out on social events to remaining faithful in relationships. This is the author. I don't have a problem with that. Even when I get away with it, I don't get away with it. I have to live with myself. You think you got away with it? You're still living with yourself, pal. That's somewhere deep inside. You still are like, yep, I got that slime ball. I pulled a slimer. I'm a little slimer than I should be. Oh, that's really healthy. Those are great ways to love yourself. Remind yourself how slimy you can be. Making a commitment to do better than before involved me having to own up to my own bullshit in the first place. If I'm going to make a commitment to do better than I did before, I'm already admitting what I did before was bull. I don't want to be that. So I'm making a new commitment to be better than I was before. I make new adjustments. I have harder conversations. I don't just say yes. I don't just say no. I have harder conversations before I make a commitment. Wait a minute, if I say yes, is that going to take 8 hours? Or is it going to take 4? If I say no, am I going to hurt your feelings? Are you going to be able to eat if I say no? It's okay. Have conversations before you make a commitment. And then make it. And then keep it. And when you do, gosh darn it, you feel good. And when you don't, you're going to not want to keep it. You're not going to want to feel that way once you start becoming aware. Nobody wants to kick themselves in the butt all the time. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. No, you're an idiot. No, you're an idiot. Just don't be an idiot. Have a good day, Sandy. No matter I'm almost done here. I'm done. No matter the size of the commitment, when we keep our word, we build trust among ourselves and with those who matter. When we build trust within ourselves and with those people that matter, you're opening up pathways of love. You're becoming an example to yourself and to the people you love. This guy right here, if he says he's going to do something, he does it. And if he can't get to it, You're gonna find out. He'll play it straight with you. And when you're that guy, it feels a whole lot better. At the very least, let's always ensure that we keep the promises that we make to ourselves. Good stuff? What do you guys think? That's self-love, self-respect. You get to look back and go, I remember when I used to be. I remember when I used to be a hypocrite. I remember when I used to be a pathological liar. I remember. I don't do that anymore. You know why? Because I just make commitments I'm going to keep. Okay, let's do another country, a European country. Let's do another European country. Give me a European country that I have written down here on my thing. Good morning, you guys. Give me a European country. Give me a European country. Joe D's, that's not going to count. That's not going to count. You can't give me 3 at one time. So I'm just going to not consider that at all. All right, give me one country. Anybody? Give me a country here. You know what? Catzilla tried real hard to spell Belgium. Catzilla tried super hard to spell Belgium. Catzilla, I'm going to go with that one. Cat Meowzilla. Kitty Cat Meowzilla. We're going with Belgium. Kitty Cat. A little off on the spelling, but that's okay. Catzilla. Kitty cat. Which do you want? Do you want a 5-gram pack? Do you want a 5-gram pack? Or do you also want a 2 grams and 20 capsules? Which would you like? A 5er or a double up? A 5er or a double up? Which would you prefer? I'm waiting to hear from Kitty Catzilla. Catzilla's going for the 5. Okay. All right. Okay. Catzilla, send me your address at the DetroitMushLab.net, and I'll get that mailed out to you ASAP. Okay? Let's do another one. Give me another European country. I'm going to do one more giveaway here. Give me a European country. I have it written right here on my little tablet. Give me a European country. One of the ones I have written on my, and only one, give me only one answer per line, please. Okay? You can't name the whole map. That won't be cool. Okay, give me a European country, the one that I have written down. The one that I have written down on my map right now. It's not on my map, on my little thing here. Which one? It's a European country. I'm gonna give you guys, I'm almost ready to give a hint. I'm almost ready to give you guys a hint. Okay, it's a European country, and it's in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. It's in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. It's all out there all by itself in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. Which one do you think it is? It's sitting out there in the middle of the Mediterranean all by itself. Naz to cat, bad dog. Naz. We did say Malta. Naz. Naz is nailing it with Malta. Good job, Naz. Naz, I have never heard from you before, so Naz, are you in the United States? Let's make sure Naz is in the United States. Nizzy, Nazzer. Is Naz in the United States? Good. Thank you, Naz. Naz, do you want 5 grams of ODPE, or do you want 2 grams of ODPE and 20 capsules? Okay? Which do you want? Do you want the 5? He's going 5, Pops. You got it, Naz. Naz, To get a hold of me, please write to the DetroitMushLab.net. That's the the website. Scroll to the bottom of the website. There's a place to email me. Hit that, email me your address, and we'll get that mailed out to you. I need it within 24 hours, okay? I would appreciate that greatly. You guys go have a great weekend. I'm going to miss you. I already do miss you. Tuesday morning, I have a plan. Tuesday morning, big giveaway plan. Okay? So be here Tuesday. Be here Monday for Brock, but be here Tuesday. Wait for it. I'm very disappointed. Greenie, does that sound like... Greenie.
Are we doing our Shelleys?
Chevy's.
No, I thought you were doing the screen.
Oh. Terrible. Terrible. This is a goat scream. Bleat. Kids. Goats. Can we just go back to the chickens, please? You guys go have a wonderful weekend. I love you very, very much. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for letting us do what we do here. Need anything, let us know over the weekend. And we'll see you guys here, same much time, same much channel. Practice self-love. Practice self-love. The more you love yourself, the more you're going to be able to love everything around you. Be the light on top of the hill that draws people to you. And they're going to want to know why. And you're going to be able to tell them, I'll tell you why. Because all that other crap doesn't matter. All that matters is that I'm self-love and that I love you. Those are the things that matter. And we spread it. And we spend our lives trying to spread it. And we don't take, but we give. All right? Be the giver. Be the bridge builder. Have a great weekend. Pops is, am I a goat? Am I? Which one of those do I sound like? Just Barry and Deborah, thank you for being here, you pearl. Cleany, you too. Boppy D, Billy D, Michael Patterson, Sean T, Melissa G, Nipper and Ephraim and Michael Allen and Exception and Matt and Brian C, he is the light. Shinin' and Pacers and Catzilla Meow and Tree Stomp all the way in it. Mr. Marmars, D. Anderson, Herbie Von Wordy, Kabop, I'm glad you're back, Herbs. Satter and Keeson Hardy and Pilar and Mike Baraball and Pennypack and Raging Bull. Nice to see you. Brian C. and Jimmy Max and Greenie. Caw-caw, caw-caw. And was, I love him. Jolie, there she is. Melissa G. Higgs, Pops, Peace, Love, Pennypack. Penny, you did great. Herbie, Jennifer Watson, D. Anderson, thank you. Tree Stump, Jesus Christ in Australia. Laura, have a divine weekend. Mr. Phillips and Shiny and Mike Baraball. And Jesus Christ and Jason Brophy. Jason all the way from Calgary. Yosh and Ephraim. I see you, Yosh. And Nazo and Melissa G and EMT, Greenie, and Jesus Christ in Australia. And Mike Baraball and Newly. And Michael Allen and Satter and the Cassidy Conundrum. Wazzy! Hey, Waz. It is green, isn't it? Okay. Mike Baraball, Exception, Satterwolf, Harvey, Wage, and Bull. The website is the DetroitMushLab.net. All one word. Joe D's, Pops, peace, love, out. Hey, practice. Practice, that's one of our favorite words here. Practice. Kindness.